Our next topic, harnessing AI for your business transformation ambition. Our speaker is C.R. Srinivasan, Chief Executive Officer, CIFI Digital Services. C.R. Srinivasan, CEO of CIFI Digital Services Limited, is a seasoned leader in global telecom, IT, cybersecurity, and digital services. He has a track record of leveraging technology to create unique business models and rapidly scale businesses. So please welcome C.R. Srinivasan. A round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you. So I think I should thank Mohit, Ashwin, and the AMD speaker for setting the context so very well. There isn't a term or terminology that they've not touched so far. So when you go in as a speaker after that, there isn't that much of context setting that you need to do. So thank you, gentlemen and the lady, for doing that. Yeah. So if you look at it from a jargon standpoint, I think we've touched everything: LLMs, SLMs, LPUs, GPUs, CPUs, and then we heard them speak about inferencing, training. Do you need to build a model or do you not need to build a model? And then what Mohit presented just now is a library of use cases, right? How can you apply AI? And it's probably a library of applied AI use cases, right? Where all can you apply? And the domains are so varied, starting from manufacturing to agriculture to finance, to anything that you can think about, to maps. I think they've done a lot of work, and that's what every business has as an opportunity with this technology, right? Can you do more with AI? I think there is more that Mahindra and Mahindra will do, and next year when you meet him, he will tell you a lot more about what they're doing with AI. So the opportunity to do more and more, with AI is there and is real, right? So today in my presentation, what I'm going to talk to you about is actually how we, first of all, use AI. That's a little bit of, a play out of a video that I can do for you. And then subsequently, I'm going to talk about what we've done, in terms of, looking at the problem and what, we probably can share with you as our experience. And then subsequently, what probably are capabilities that we have that we can present to you. So if you can play that video, please.
AI has become a here and now concern. Every major tech player is raising expectations every now and then by introducing AI services. These services include virtual assistants or copilots, large language models, commonly known as LLMs, the newly emerging small language models, or SLMs, that are being created for specific domains by customizing foundational LLMs. Infrastructure providers are not lagging either, with massive GPU farms and everything else that goes with it. When you look at all these services, they are wonderful in their generative abilities. However, all these services essentially enable enterprises to consume AI for an elusive, brighter future. Use cases are being debated and mulled over all the time on how AI can be used for tangible gain. The ever-present concerns of making the difference to the top line or bottom line, or both, seize the attention. And that leads to these questions on what, why, and how. For over a year, we have started offering many services on our One CIFI marketplace for simplifying this process. Now we have started to further transform this with AI by providing a companion virtual assistant, Infinite. So, let us see how Infinite is beginning to make a difference.
Welcome to One CIFI, Srini. I have taken a quick look at all your services and am glad to assure you that everything is fine. What can I do for you today?
Oh, it's nice to be assured that everything is fine. With all the complexities in the modern IT environments, anything can go wrong anytime.
Rest assured, Srini, we have good experience in providing robust, redundant architectures for reliability. I am sure you are aware of that already. What are you looking for now?
I need to make some changes to my network.
Excellent. Let me take you to the network subscription details.
This is good, thank you. I need to augment the Rajkot network.
Very well. Let's look at what we have there. You have an 8 Mbps bandwidth.
Yes, that is correct. We are organizing a campaign to run over next 2 months when there will be additional staff deployed.
I understand. Can you tell me when you want to start this campaign?
We want to launch our campaign on Independence Day.
Shall we upgrade the bandwidth from 10th of August to Diwali?
I believe I want to keep it upgraded.
I have checked the upgrade feasibility for bandwidth at Rajkot. We have good news. You can go up to 16 or 20 Mbps. You start with 16 Mbps, and the new cost is as per the rate card. Please confirm with your digital signatures. Srini, your order has been placed.
Awesome, thank you Infinite.
By the way, I have noticed your recent power consumption in data center is less than the subscribed power. I can help you right-sizing it, which will bring you significant cost savings.
Send me an email with the details. Let me examine the workload and consumption patterns from our side.
Certainly. You will get the email, and I will keep Phillips, your favorite account manager, on point for this.
Thank you very much until next time.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure assisting you.
So that's SIFI applying AI, for itself and beginning to see the benefits and improve customer experience, for its customers. So what did we do? We gave intelligent recommendations in the video. We completed prompts. We also looked at intelligent orchestration based on user intent. When he's looking for information, provide him more information. And, finally giving him the digestible information and the best value possible, for that conversation or for that interaction. So how did we go about, doing it? The approach was fairly clear and simple. Start with what are the objectives? What do you want to achieve, out of the AI implementation, like, you saw in the other, presentations? Take the objective, be very clear about it. Define what are the, objectives and the outcomes that you want to track and measure. Select the team that can get this done for you. So assembling talent is an important, part of the challenge. And then think about the technology considerations. I'm going to double click on number 4 because I think that's where the complexity sets in, right? What are the technology considerations, right? How do you go about looking at what to do, where to start? So this is a problem where, you keep chipping at it, you get more value, right? How do you keep chipping at it? How do you do that, And how do you look at the base of all this AI work that you're talking about is data, right? And if you have the right data, and we spoke about, I think one of the presenters spoke about the fact that data is the biggest problem, right? You have PIN codes which are all, 1111, names which are, very similar. So data quality is a big challenge that every enterprise, runs into, right? And how do you sort of work, and how do you use modern data platforms? How do you do modern infrastructure, right? And how do you have the AL, ML, pipeline so that, you get the real value, for the work that you do? So if you were to look at, the data sets, right, there are, I think every enterprise here and, represented by all of you has, these data sets. You have customer data sets, you have operational information, you have factory floor information, you have financial information, you have varied sets of, data that you have in your enterprise. And, the biggest challenge that I've also seen is what are people looking to do with that data? What insight are you trying to glean, right? What are you trying to get as an inference from this data, right? So that's where you need to sort of say, hey, how do I juxtapose 2 data sets together? How do I get to look at data quality? Is this, whole data infrastructure secure? Has this been democratized enough? What about data privacy? I think these are challenges that people spoke about, data governance, data storage. So these are topics that you need to take into consideration when you start looking at data, yeah? And then subsequently, what you do is, you do the automated data mapping, data cleansing, anomaly detection, threat detection, and, you sort of put that, all of that, data into a data lake house, look at data transformation where, you don't have data, you need to generate, synthetic data, and make sure that you have a clean store of data that's available, and a data catalog that's available. There's a governance process that is set, and, make sure that, you have the DevOps, pipeline, set, and the data observability capability, saying which data is going, where, and making sure that you have this process, clearly, ironed out in your organization, yeah? And then move to the next step, saying how do you give access to this data? And we spoke about storage and storage costs and things like that. So object store becomes an important part of that infrastructure. So you make sure that you get your data into the object stores, make sure that the data processing, the metadata, and the work gets done there, present all of them as microservices, and then set up the notebooks that are required, be it Jupyter notebooks, the Python scripts that you need, present them, all of them, at that layer. Make sure that you're able to manage, monitor, and secure, these data movements, and give this access to your, citizen data scientists and the data scientists, so that innovation can set in, in your environment, and people can start, doing new things in the organization. So I'll move and talk about, the AI ML platform, which is a modern, data platform that we have, which is, the SIFI Aizen platform, which basically is a data lake house that's got tools that can look at data and probably recommend algorithms for you and make sure that the AI models are appropriately mapped to the data that you move. And this can come from any data set that you have on the left, and gives you the ability to do, various things as outcomes, right? Be it if it is energy data, look at energy optimization, predictive maintenance, etc. One of the things that we did is for our own data centers, where there's a lot of, operational technology data that's coming in from the various energy infrastructure, the power infrastructure, the utilities that we have, we put that data through this platform, and we've been able to get energy efficiency. We've been able to get uptime improvements on this data, and that's what, we've been able to do with the SIFI Aizen, Foresight platform. And this is available, for various other data sets as well. So, to sort of present the capabilities of this platform, there is Infinite AI and ML, which is a purpose-built data platform with seamless integration and simplified AI ML, lifecycle, which is basically an AI ML, platform. Infinite, full stack, observability is giving you the ability to look at the full stack and see if there are anomalies. So this is more an AI ops platform. The OT platform basically looks at data, and ensures that we are able to give you, real-time, visual, inspections with high-definition cameras, and ensuring full traceability of what decisions were taken, with what data sets. And the Infinite DevSecOps is, a little different from the traditional, way of looking at DevSecOps. This is more a guideline, a framework around DevSecOps, so that you have the controls, over your DevSecOps pipelines and the work that you do there, and the security controls are managed in that platform. So these are the four, offerings that we, bring to enable you pursue this journey. And, if you were to look at where we are investing, this is a key topic when it comes to, AI, and we spoke about multiple components here. You would all know SIFI as a network and a data center company. There's a lot of investment that's going into it in terms of building AI-ready data centers, which are able to take, a high power density racks, and we're continuing to add capacity here with the, vision to sort of drive up, more and more, AI workloads into the data center. Cloud, AI, and security is another area where we are focusing on in terms of digital, services, and how can we enable customers to do, a lot of these activities in a way that's meaningful for their enterprise. And more importantly, on, digital services, we're investing in people and people capabilities such that AI can be meaningfully, adopted by an enterprise. So with that, I come to an end of my, presentation today. The teams are around. They'll be more than happy, to talk to you further on this topic. Thank you very much for your attention. Thanks. Bye-bye.